Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Here. Shit. Mike,
Hero Forge.
thank you, my friend. Where we make quick and easy open source characters for you when you guys are having a little bit of an art block and you just don't know how to come up with new characters. We got you. We make quick generated characters and we create backstories and let you do the rest, so you can develop your character however you want. So, guys, welcome back. Today we have another guest on the show. Anton, why didn't you tell the audience a
Man,
little
what
bit
up,
about
though?
yourself?
Hero Forge, man. Anton Kirksey, aka Antgenius, man. Up and coming rapper out of Michigan State University. Known Michael. Did my first cover art for my first mixtape, The Hustle and High Life, established March in 2015, man. Me and this brother go a long way.
Oh, dude, send that shit my
Yeah, I'll
way.
probably
That's awesome.
I'll make sure to have, I guess Mike put it in the description. And so
Yeah, do you have like a SoundCloud? Like I can
oh
we
yeah,
can plug that at the end.
yeah, definitely got a SoundCloud. Look up Antgenius. So
Okay.
hopefully you can probably add that to the show. Add a little sound graph.
Cool. Yeah, I'll put in the
Yeah,
description
so
afterwards.
that's pretty much it, man. I just love comic books. I'm a big DC guy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite heroes is Icon from DC,
Oh,
Black
okay.
Superman in the
Okay.
works. Even though they want to make him an alien, though, but it's all right. And I just heard the show Hero Forge and saw my man's Mike doing it, so I had to show love. Just had to off the strength. So I'm just glad to
Nice.
be here tonight with y'all.
Off the strength.
Yeah, man, we really appreciate you being here as well. Like it always helps to have someone who knows. Like I love comics, but I don't know as much. So like the more we can get, the more info we can get, the better we can create characters. So we
I
really
appreciate
appreciate you
you,
coming on
man,
the
for
show,
giving me
man.
this opportunity to express myself on this platform, bro.
No
We
worries,
need people
man.
like you.
Hell yeah, man.
We need people like you, Anton.
Thanks. Yeah, seriously. So before we start, Anton, usually we just like to talk a little bit about what's been going on with us this week. Fuck. Sorry, guys, my phone fell over. We like to talk a little bit about what's been going on with us this week. So why don't you go ahead and
A
start off?
week,
How's your week been, Anton?
man. Happy St. Patty's Day out here. MSU, we turned up a little bit. I ended up having a little
Nice,
radio
nice.
interview at Lansing Community College.
What?
That is
That's
awesome.
awesome,
Yeah,
man.
they
Congrats.
interviewed me about my music. We ended up having a discussion about unity in race and unity within relationships. So that was always good energy, good vibes right there. And St. Patty's Day, I didn't really party that much. I just went to work. And then
Hey.
Yeah. Where do you work?
Jackson
If you don't mind me
National.
asking.
Financial annuities.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
so
You selling insurance to people?
nah, I ain't really selling it. I'm processing it.
Oh man.
Just trying to play it like that. I just
Oh.
play it like that. And so, as a result,
That bankroll.
just keeping some money in your pocket. But other than that,
Yeah, for sure.
just St. Patty's, man. Just do what St. Patty's do. In East Lansing.
It's awesome, man. All right, Mike. What about you, my dude? How's your week
Man.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I finally went on Wu-Tang Clan name generator, man.
Oh man, what you got, bro?
And look, they actually gave me something kind of sweet, man. It's called
Let's hear it.
Misunderstood Contender. And that was like the highlight of my week, man.
You feel like that defines your personality?
Yeah, pretty much. Misunderstood Contender. I was like, you know what? That's actually kind of dope. I like that.
That makes
yeah, I dig
sense.
that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
So that's awesome.
so,
You know what that makes me think of is Anton. I'm actually working on a mixtape with my friend
Really?
right now. You get to hear my nerdy voice rapping. So so like my character in our group is supposed to be like a hyper version of me, like a super nerdy gamer that just raps about being a nerd and a dork, basically. So like we all have like our rapper name. So like my friend, I use a username for like everything, like every game, every YouTube, everything is Hysterio0, and he wanted to combine my last name with that, which is Munir. So he made Nero, which is like NER-0. And like I don't know, I just fucking love that name. And like Mike, you just talking about like your Wu-Tang Clan name just made me think of it.
hey man, it's trying to drop trying to drop these tracks, man.
Yeah, man. Hop on the track one time. Send them boys over.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure, man. That'd be sick. What else happened, Mike?
I got about my feelings, but I'm back in my feelings.
Oh man.
Good, man. Yeah, I know you said you were feeling kind of poopy before, but I'm glad to know you're feeling a little bit better now.
Hey, I mean, just you don't trust these prostitutes out
Dog.
Jesus.
Mike just said these hoes ain't loyal.
Exactly. Yes, my words have been redefined. Yes, thank you.
These hoes ain't loyal. I'm gonna turn my notifications off real quick, so my phone, you don't just hear my phone go like buzz off like crazy.
Damn, Mike, you just gotta play it crazy, bro. You just gotta keep it pimping.
I mean,
and show them the hero forge.
I mean, hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Like baby, you know I'm about the superhero shit. You better hop on the train.
Yeah, I'm about the tight pants, the spandex, the pajama suits.
I'm just imagining Mike in like a full spandex, like super tight, super like skin tight bodysuit. Like I feel like Mike would look really good.
He sound like the way you described him. He sounds like he's gonna be like Miles Morales.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Is Mike the new Spider-Man? Is he gonna be when the Miles Morales movie comes out?
Nah, he ain't Puerto Rican enough. You gotta get that. You gotta get that good hair.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, that's awesome. I've just been like doing homework, man. Like it's like just catching up with my finals and shit, and just trying to get that done. Like,
where do you go to school at?
That's all. That and like I've been. I'm actually in Canada right now, and I go to school at ACAD, the Alberta College of Art and Design.
Shit.
yeah, dude. I'm in graphic design and programming, and eventually I want to go back to school for video game desiging and.
We got that over here at Michigan State, man. I wish you'd have came over here. They got it over in undergrad.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I might. Well, the thing is, my grades.
You ain't got to explain to me. I understand the struggle.
Maybe. All right. Yeah. Maybe I'll come there for my master's. We'll see. But at least for my undergrad right now, I'm just up here. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Obviously, the reason Mike knows me is because I was going to Wayne before, studying the same thing. But I was at Wayne in Detroit before. That's how me and Mike.
Y'all about to make some real money. You talking about programming? Whenever you say programming, that's $100,000 off top.
$100,000.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm excited. Like I'm working. Mike, this is the news I want to tell you. I'm working on a website for Hero Forge. I'm building the code to make a website because I think it'd be really cool for Hero Forge to have a website because iTunes is kind of stupid, right? You have to do all this bullshit if I want to publish the episodes. But what I can do, all I have to do is download the videos, convert them into just audio, and I can just put download links on our website so that if we have audiences, they can just go to the website and download it, put it right in their iTunes instead of having to do all the bullshit iTunes.
I looked at Spotify. Oh no, go ahead, Anton.
No, that's a good idea. Or Spotify or SoundCloud or.
I was gonna mention with SoundCloud, they kind of act crazy with the whole uploading the podcast. They want you to fill out like 2 forms. I've already tried it already, so yeah, it's a whole process. You know, I'm a big YouTuber. I YouTube anything.
Yeah, see, and that's what I thought. Like, YouTube would be the best way. And if we have our own website, we can just have MP3s there that people can download. We don't have to have some.
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off. So I think with the whole YouTube thing, we have to be conscious that people do pay for data, and so people don't necessarily want to just have YouTube in their pocket. They rather do that sitting down.
Exactly, and that's why I want to make this website, is because then people can download it and keep it on their phone instead of have to worry about this, having to use their data and stuff. Because I know I hate doing that. Like, I hate wanting to listen on YouTube and I can't because my data's low.
Right, and then third-party apps kind of bring trouble as well. Like, they always bring commercials and ads.
Yeah. I'm thinking about possibly looking into trying to get our podcast on a third-party app. Like I use a third-party app called
A lot of people use
Overcast for
that.
podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh, they do? Okay, I didn't know. Who knows? Maybe I can possibly get it on there. But like, I want to make it easier for our viewers to listen to us and stuff. But anyways,
You should make a Twitter
that's
poll
besides the point.
about that.
For what?
Which type of medium or which type of third party what's your jigger? What's a jigger? Yes, podcast app. Should we go with? That'd be a nice
And
one.
the Twitter page added too.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, we have a Twitter page. Yeah, it's
All
at
let me
Hero
go
Force
follow that
Pod.
real quick.
All right. So while our friend Anton does that, that was a really good intro. I think people will enjoy that. While Anton does that, Mikey,
Hi.
I think it's time to get
Time to get forged.
You know what time it is?
Yeah. You know what time it is, Forgers? It's time to come out of the heat and get soaking wet with us, your hosts, Haaris, Mikey, and today, Anton. Let's crack it, my boys. I'm going to go ahead and randomize one. All right. 3, 2, 1, and hop. And Mikey, you can do the next one. Okay, so first ability we've got here is, it's literally just attack power. The ability to release, use energy, or matter to various attacks. Capabilities are, the user can release or use energy or matter, whether organic, inorganic, objects, etc., to attack of various shapes and or intensities, either projected, used as a part of melee attack, etc. This is a, I don't know, this is kind of like a
You know what I think of when I hear that?
It's-
I think of Dark Phoenix.
What do you think of?
Ooh, yeah.
Remember how she blew Xavier into Oblivion?
Yes.
Oblivion. How do you make a nigga disintegrate?
Oblivion.
I'm sorry, can you use the word N word
Yeah,
right here?
So,
My fault. I ain't know what y'all was doing with it.
I'm gonna keep that in because that was fucking
Oh
hilarious.
my
I just want to make sure I don't gotta use that term.
It was
No, I appreciate that, but for now, I'm just gonna keep that first one in
All
there
right.
because
That-
All right, going for it. I'll try to. Be
Woo,
less
you
profane.
caught me off guard, man.
no, I should be too. Mike said he wanted me to.
I
stop
gave
cussing
I gave up
out.
when Mike
man.
told me that. I'm like, look, bro.
Ooh, you caught me off
Yeah,
guard.
like, I'm gonna
with
try,
that.
but like we'll see what happens.
Oh god. Oh man.
Okay, so for the viewers who don't listen to as much or read as much comics, and for myself, I haven't really read much of X-Men that much. Who is Dark Phoenix?
Dark
and
Phoenix.
What can she do?
Is basically another being with inside Jean Grey. Well, so
There's two Phoenixes
No, it's just-
inside of her.
think of it as like an angel and a devil on both sides. They're in the same body,
Okay.
but they just have their own moments. So
Yeah.
So with Dark Phoenix, when she's ever suppressed or when it's ever released, she has the ability to basically destroy the
Mhm.
world. And like she's not as powerful
Oh,
as
God.
Galactus as I remembered, but she has the power to like obliterate
Yeah.
anything human life. That's why this is where we see in X-Men The Last Stand, she blows away Professor X, and then she even whenever she has sexual relations with Wolverine, she kind of absorbs his healing power and it causes his muscles to contract in a weird way. And there's an instance of Jean Grey
Yeah.
being manipulated in Avengers versus X-Men where the Dark Phoenix Corps, I guess, they turn Cyclops, Colossus, Angel.
Oh,
They kinda
I
just
heard
turn
about
into, like,
that.
this
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix Force is so cool, bro. Like, it's amazing. Like, if they were to ever put that in film, I would pay twice.
You know, I think I did read a little bit of that because didn't spoilers
Right.
for all of our audiences. Didn't Cyclops kill
Cyclops did kill Xavier. Yes.
in that Dark Phoenix mode?
The
Yeah,
visor
okay.
was
See, I thought
a
so.
V shape like a phoenix. The whole aesthetic of the character was great.
Yeah.
And so when you say attack, I'm
That's
like,
fucking
man, you could
awesome.
use that to the maximum ability. Either that or go ahead.
So we could edit this power a little bit and say maybe what this is an attack that's always at max ability.
That's how I thought about it.
Okay. And this could be with energy or organic or like, I don't know, if you're Superman, none of your attacks are, oh, that was a weak one. I gotta be careful. Every single one is like full-blown like, destruction.
Well, you want to have some type of jurisdiction under your power, of course. You want to have some type of neurological sense over it. You don't want to just lose control like Jean Grey. Because it literally...
But I was going to say, maybe that's what we should do. Because this could be interesting to have a character who can't control their ability. Every time they use whatever this ability is, they have no control over it. It's always max ability. So they can't pull themselves back, which is why maybe this character is afraid of fighting anybody or talking to people, or maybe they're antisocial because
like
of this
Kanye.
ability.
But, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so yeah, because it's like, people who are like omnipresent and like have these super abilities to attack, they don't necessarily want to be around people because they're afraid of what they could do. Kind of like a rogue.
Exactly. It makes sense. Like it would make sense with the character's like story if you know. So I guess let's get a little more specific with the power. What are we thinking, guys? Like, is it organic? Like their muscle mass is really dense, or like is it energy or magic or science?
Oh, we sending them straight to the pearly gates. He gone. Sign off. But no. I think it should be. I think we should kind of level it down just in case viewers don't really know what omnipresence really is and solar energy and where it all derives from. So I think we'll keep it at cosmic radiation.
So generally, this character can use cosmic radiation.
I think I'm being biased because I like Cyclops and Havoc, but either optic blast or cosmic radiation, because I feel like those powers aren't really used to their max ability, and then you can kind of just blow it up. Because if you raise it, go ahead.
Well, why don't we do like a bit of a compromise? Maybe not exactly optics, but what if something's fucked up with their vocal cords? Almost like
Black Bolt.
Yeah, but it's still energy. Like it's still like a beam. So like, what if they spewed a beam, like like a laser, like Cyclops, out of their mouth?
We're using. I guess the question would be, where would it derive from? Where would the energy come from? Where's the source?
That's the thing. So we have to get a little bit more fake sciencey, right? So obviously we know Cyclops is a mutant, correct? Do they ever explain why he can do that, or is it just a genetic thing?
Basically, he fell out of an airplane with his brother. And so, as a result of that head trauma, he has literally no control of whether or not his eyes spew out those optic blasts, unless he has those ruby quartz lens to help channel the beam. Like, I don't know, I guess it's something dealing with UV rays.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what if, and Mike, feel free to back me up here, what if this character... Why don't we go with the cosmic radiation, like, way, but what if it was more internalized? What if this character, through some way, came into some form of cosmic radiation, and what it actually did was give one specific organ in their body, like, an energy tank, essentially, like a reserve of cosmic radiation. What if, like, let's say, maybe their lungs, maybe they can breathe in air, and when it goes in their lungs, it sparks it and turns into, like, a radiation beam, and then when they breathe it back out, they can
so Havoc kind of has that process where the source of his cosmic energy comes from, like, his chest and, like, his torso, and then he spews it onto his hands. So we don't necessarily have to do the hands, though. We can just do, like, any other feature, like the mouth, like you were saying.
Yeah, and maybe it comes from an organ. Like
maybe
it's stored.
I was thinking more so
this
like
person has
like
a specific type of vitamin deficiency.
Maybe an element like wind or fire.
And so
like
they have to eat a specific type of food.
Yeah, is there...
And let's say, like,
why not?
Is there an element radiation
you guys think?
Let's go, Mike.
Mikey's got an idea.
I don't know, from this one type of food, and it just like messed with their whole metabolism, and then it just
Ooh.
they have to like literally keep eating that to help sustain not
Go
only
on.
their power but their life. Yeah, I need.
It's a character like that. I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting because that brings a whole level of like, it's not just, oh, I got powers, I can fly around and do shit. It's also, I need to do this or I'm gonna die.
Yeah, sustainability does
I
have
like
to play
that.
a point because you got to have some type
How'd
of
that
caveat
work?
to this type of power. You can't just give it out like that. Makes it not fun.
Yeah, exactly. So this gives it that
Well,
level
technically,
down
it
we were
couldn't
talking
even.
about. Where
It doesn't
the
even have
character's
to
not
be
just
a
some
food. We
overpowered
can
Right.
even look at this as somebody having asthma.
Okay, so Mike, how would that work?
Like because like I'm
would the-
relating it back
would
to
the
when you
food
were
be, like,
saying
filled with
things
radiation?
about
Like, how would
this
that
could
have
come from the
happened?
character's
Or
lungs, and
solar
if
energy or an
we're
element,
perpetuating
like
this
Anton was
towards
saying? Like, what are you thinking?
a character that's going to be breathing this out of their mouth, or essentially using their mouth, the main source of air intake and output,
What do you mean?
we can like garner this towards a character that has some type of internal problem. So maybe, let's say they got cosmic, I don't know, like the cosmic radiation came through and they have to sustain themselves with this medicine. Or if we go with the idea, or if the forgers go with the idea of they have to sustain themselves with food, then it has to be some type of external force or some specific type of character that set this into motion in order for this this cosmic radiating apple to get to this character, or this specific type of medicine in order for
Specific, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I do like the idea of sustainability, so I think we should stick with either medicine or food because that definitely I like that idea.
Okay.
But the question is, maybe we take it this route. Maybe this is a character who is a mutant of sorts, quote unquote, but not in the sense where they have an ability. They're a mutant in the sense that they're lacking of something, right? So, like, like, for example, Wolverine has restorative abilities and bone claws. That's a gain. This character is missing a certain organ or something, or a certain deficiency. Like maybe they have a deficiency, like you said, Mike, but it's really, really, really bad. Like they could die if they're not on a hospital bed at all times. So maybe.
Oh, I was saying the way
Yes,
when you
go
talked
ahead.
about lack, I automatically thought about penis. So penis is basically this
Okay.
character who has to he generates energy, but not like strong enough, like Superman. But he inflicts pain upon
Yeah.
himself to sustain himself. Like he has like a suit where there's nothing but pain, like scars and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Or
Yeah.
kind of like Deadpool, where he wants to die, but since he's so immortal, he can't even like experience death.
Yeah, like the cancer should have killed him, but the healing happens
Exactly.
faster than the cancer can
So-
kill him. Okay, so maybe something like that where okay, so let's go that route. Let's say he's a mutant, but he's instead of gaining something, he's lost something.
A
But what would
The-
what would heal him? Or what would give him an ability
The vitamin
to battle his sickness?
I say the vitamins that Mike
Or her.
suggested should find a way to trigger the small
Mhm.
airways within his alveoli, and as the alveoli sustains for that amount of
Okay.
time, the radiation can secrete whether it's being projected or not. And so every so often, just like a regular sick person, if you're taking your pills, you sick. But he has the
Yeah.
ability to use it, but not necessarily on and off. And it comes time have urges where it can spill out and tear something up, like a mutant.
Okay, and he has to take the medicine if he wants to
Yes,
do it on
purpose
purpose,
or accident.
correct?
He has to have it. It's vital.
Well, let's say well, let's say they. I don't want to give this person a gender. I want our characters to decide that, unless it's like part of their story. But I think it's fine to keep this character he or she or whatever. Yes, I like that because we could even say like the pill works like what, like 12 hours maybe. So like you take the pill, you can use the ability, but after 12 hours, you don't take the pill again. You can't use your ability, and not only that, but you're also dying because you have to be taking that pill, or you're going to die because that's the character's like thing. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's it. Maybe what it is actually it's not that they've lost something, but it's a gain. This mutant was born with literally radiation inside their body. Like there's literally a new organ inside their body that just that produces radiation. And maybe that's what's killing them from the inside, and the pill is a suppressor. Exactly. The pill is a suppressor, but it controls it. So then the character can actually use it to their ability. But when they don't have the pill, like you said, it kills their body, and sometimes it even just spills out instead of like a beam, like literally just like smudge or sludge. Yeah, exactly.
You know what it sounds like? The limitless pill.
Yes, it does. Actually, yeah. I really like this. I think we should stick with this. Like,
I definitely like the nuance of this ability because it's like it has the ability to go as far as it wants, but it definitely has this caveat to it as well, which makes it interesting when it comes to like case by case situations.
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. Because like, if someone were to make a comic with this, it would give you so many like scenarios. You would never really be scrapped.
You can always remix it. You can change the universe. You can always come up with new characters who know how to, who know the what's that called? The radiations inside of you. Somebody can already know it, and then they could beat it.
Definitely. Yeah, I completely agree. All right, I really like this. I think we should give this character a name that's non-binary. Maybe even like, fuck it. I would call this patient like Patient X or Patient Zero. Not assigned to either male or female.
Can it be like animal? Can it be animal?
Just like yeah, sure. Like it can be something in between, like that. But like, I think it'd be interesting if this character was born this way, right? So ever since they were born, they've been on a hospital bed until science created.
I like the name Patient Zero though. That's actually
right, because then like, not only is it like, okay, clearly this person is a patient, but they've been in their bed their entire life. They don't really have a name. So maybe once they take this pill,
please, I don't want to start crying,
to adopt their character, they can make a new name for this him or her or whatever character they want. But this way, we keep it PC, and then also it sounds like a cool name.
Yeah, definitely. Patient Zero. It kind of gives it an innocence, kind of like X-23. It's like she was a girl, and then she just next thing you know, she's slicing people in the throats. So,
yeah. Did you guys, Mike? Did you see Logan? Dude, I actually cried at the end of that movie.
My girl cried about it too. I'm like, did you just cry?
Yeah, because
like
Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart's contract was up, so they had to write them out.
Dude, it was such a good movie. Man. Like, holy crap!
It was kind of slow.
No. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I was confused about whether or not they wanted to use the Death of Wolverine storyline, or were they basing it off of Old Man Logan?
Yeah,
because it felt like Old Man Logan.
I think they did a little bit of both. Like, it was mostly Old Man Logan, but I think they wanted like the Death of Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah, now.
I mean,
yeah, now, but.
So basically, what you're saying is.
But this was a good way. Like, they did a good way of.
Well, I feel like that my childhood is over with now. So now this is some crap. Especially ever since X-Men Apocalypse came out. Did you see the ending of it?
I have not. I'm
not going to spoil it for you. I just want to let you know that Jean's great character is completely trash.
Really?
Man, screw them.
Well, I'm talking about towards the scene. Because the way that the character was written, it kind of broke the rule. And as a fan, I felt like, why? How did this happen? So
Yeah.
I suggest checking it out.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, keep in mind at the same time, this gives them room to make new characters that could be like the next generation's like childhood, like Wolverine is ours. So let's see what happens.
Right, screw them. They gotta know the basis. They gotta know. They gotta know what they're coming from to know where they're going. You feel me?
But I think that comics and superheroes in general, I feel like that is a media that kind of feeds into itself. Like if you want to know a new hero, you have to know about the past of what happened. And I feel like anyone who wants to delve into this will have to do that. And I think a lot of people know that. Like the young generation will have to like kind of do a little bit of research and be like, okay, why does this
that's
character
definitely true,
exist?
because you can't just look at the character and not want to know more about him.
Yeah, it's not like TV where like you can make a new show and it's completely different and has no correlation with like everything in comic books is connected to some extent. So like,
forget
nice
the next generation.
That credibility of okay, we have a new hero, but this new audience will see this hero's connected to other heroes and will want to go back and read older comics so they can know what's going on. It's a continuity, and I think that's a good not just marketing.
Okay,
you need a refresher in continuity after a while. You need to change the scenery.
Yeah, of course. And that's what they're doing right now, which is good.
I think it's hard for me to let go of that nostalgia of the first X-Men and X2, because those were such greatly acted films by Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart. Like it made me more interested in X-Men than Justice League, and we all know how good Justice League is, and their rapport. So
yeah. No, that's true. It definitely is like an ending of an age, right? But let's hope and think
we get political.
An ending of an age, it's a passing of the torch to another, hopefully good generation of heroes.
So
yeah, you're in Canada, so yeah, you're on the same side.
Mikey's trying to bring us back.
We definitely know who the protagonist is on this show.
Mike, don't. Yeah.
Ready for that?
Mikey, don't be like Trump, man.
All right. 3,
How we go from Trump to prostitutes?
Hup.
Yeah, I mean, he probably hired. Let's be honest, Trump.
Hey man, Snoop Dogg tried to shoot at the president.
Inertia reduction.
Good. I feel like everyone should from now on just shit on Trump until he's so good.
The user can
like actually like had a gun to his head, like
bow, making them less resistant to acceleration, and thus very light and easy to move.
So that was like a big contradiction. But I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. Dude, that's the fun. That's the fun part of the show. Is
man,
how we kind of spin off from
inertia
as well.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm used to stick to the script.
I'm pretty sure we're all on the same side though.
Right.
So it's not going to be an issue. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Why don't you go ahead and do it this time?
Ooh.
Interesting.
You gotta slow down. Oh, or yeah.
Look at what inertia mean before I go crazy.
You keep.
What that mean? Inertia. What that mean?
If I remember correctly, essentially it's just like how gravity affects somebody at a fast speed. So like, for example, when you drive a car and you turn left, your body moves to the right.
No,
instead
because
of
he's
just,
not fast. Yeah.
And what that is your body wants to keep going straight, but the car is shifting. I'm pretty sure inertia is something. I don't know. It's been a long time.
That's exactly what it's saying. Resistance to change is some other physical property.
Okay.
So it's like
right.
Go ahead.
See, this is.
I was gonna say it sounds like a shield. It sounds like a shield.
Go ahead, man. Pretty like I guess that's one way of thinking of it, right? Because like for example, if this character was falling, they could change their inertia almost backwards so that they don't slam into the ground. Or if they're going really fast and they want to turn, what happens when you turn? Your body's like, oh, I'm gonna go this way, or you got to slow down. But with this ability, there's no resistance, so you wouldn't have to slow down. You could Tokyo drift completely without having to slow down at all. See, this is interesting. This is like not exactly like a Flash character, but a character a character that uses the lack of resistance instead of.
I think a lot of characters have to deal with inertia at that point because you got to do like Superman can fly really fast. Green Lantern.
But that's the thing is he's still affected by gravity, right? And he still has to turn into it. He still has to, like for example, even if they don't really show it in the comics, if Superman was going, let's say 200 miles per hour. I just had a
really cool idea.
To turn left. He can't do a sharp bank, right?
So let's begin the story off. There's a newly wed couple. They do the nasty. They converge on each other's bodies.
Just make like a sharp turn whenever they want, because inertia doesn't affect
8.5 months later.
And
they're
by extension, almost.
Let's just say the woman's.
So what I think when you say it doesn't affect them, I'm thinking of.
So they rush her to the hospital.
Galactus?
Baby's kind of. They rush her to.
In a way, yeah.
Well, it's 8.5, so the baby is pretty.
As far as that quality goes, totally.
And this is going to kind of tie into the story with how the power and inertia.
Or maybe like a Thor or like a Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
so not Captain Marvel, but Miss Marvel.
So.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm comprehending.
Let's just say like the woman actually begins to develop. Like she begins to absorb some of the baby's power, which is at the time
Mike,
unknown to her.
How do you think
about controlling this inertia? So she's able to she's pushing the baby out, but how? Because the idea was in my head, but now I'm trying to explain it.
Jesus, Mike.
She's made the baby lightweight, so the pregnancy and the pain of her pushing the baby out isn't that heavy. Yes, it's not as severe, and it's the fastest.
Are you gonna explain to us how pregnancy?
I thought it was not, but I know
recorded in history, and then everybody's trying to figure out and find out why.
Oh, okay, for sure.
And she's growing with this baby, and she's trying to figure out how this was even possible and how the doctors, there's a lot of paparazzi, there's a lot of news and media.
I think I know where Mike's going with this.
Trying to figure out what happened, how did this happen, and she begins to grow as she's caring for her child. And I don't want to make the baby. Let's make the baby just a baby, not a boy or a girl. But she's caring for her child, and she's beginning to see these weird phenomenons happening. And I just want to take it through an aspect of, this character is growing with this dormant power that's been, tied together through oxytocin, which is the chemical that bonds a mother to her child. And so, and when you, there you go, Anton. That's what I was converging. That's what I like to say.
It's not a severe,
And so there's two people with this power, and so you have this child that's growing up with this power and kind of learning everything, and then you have this mother who has the power that's dormant, that is solely connected to the person that mainly has the power. I don't know if that's an interesting take or origin with that.
Okay.
I mean, because oxytocin is a chemical, it's an actual physical thing. Well, no, chemicals. What are chemicals? So
and when you
Yeah,
get
so it
entered in,
happens on a like a molecular type of level. So that's the only way I could see a certain specific type of connection happening between those two characters, where she has
right,
some
right.
type of chemical bond to it, or to the baby character. So that's the only way I could see that connecting. But if there's like any other possible take for this character or these two characters, or just like the baby having the power, that'd be kind of cool.
I think the problem with the origin is that people like me who are ignorant to inertia, we won't understand the dormant side of it because it's the evidence within the baby will make it make sense, but the mother is the confusing part. Like, how would she play a role in the situation?
Mm-hmm.
It's a hormone. It's a hormone.
It's still physical.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is look up on Google what inertia means. But I'm sorry, I'm just
I don't know. I kind of like the idea that it's not just the baby. Like it's not like the mother is affected by this ability as well in some way. I think the idea is cool because it creates a level of like,
that
like
is
what if someone was affected by the birth of their child instead of the
It
other
does
way
bring that.
around.
It does bring
I
that
think that's
narrative to
yes.
interesting.
society. Like, dang, what happens if the baby had died during the carriage or whatever? What type of connection does that bring in a creative way?
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe that would have made like the mom like
Yeah.
all of a sudden like her inertia got like really heavy or something. Like what if that affected the mother in some way? That'd be interesting. But I don't know. I kind of like the way you put it, Mike. But like Anton was saying, we should make it easily accessible to people who don't know as much about physics and stuff. Because like I mean I guess you could just Google it, but like the thing is, you have to remember, is a lot of people don't want to do that when they're reading a comic,
And
which is
see, the
just
thing about me
kind of
is
the
I'm
point.
a very main idea person. I'm not a very detailed oriented
Yeah.
individual. And so I have to see it to understand it. You know, like
That's
I
fair.
would know it if I see it, but I can't read it. You know how people can play the drums, but they can't read music. That's the idea. That's the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, totally. Well, what we could do is like instead of making it subtle, what if it was something physical, right? Like, what if, for example, the baby has the brunt of the power, yeah. So the baby can like, you know, run really fast or make themselves really heavy or something. I don't know. Maybe not make themselves heavy, but when it comes to movement, they can do something with it. Maybe to make it more physical and make it more easily accessible, the mother has the ability, but to just a smaller extent. Maybe, how about this? Maybe when the mom's driving a car, when she turns, it turns way more faster than she's used to.
Oh, I see. I see.
Not like super ability power, but like more subtle, like more like it's still there, but it's not like super
Oh,
hidden
okay.
like
So
Anton was
it's like
saying.
the mother could be like a vessel or a conduit towards a surge of energy, or I'm sorry, inertia.
Yes, yes, well, and that's what it is, right? Is that it's a surge of inertia and inside the baby, and that's why the baby can do that. But being the mother during the birth, she got a little bit of that surge, so she can do a little bit of
It's
stuff
like
like turn the car
it's
more
like it's
sharp
it's like
instead
the
of
it's
having
like
it
the baby
go
that
all the
gave
way
her a piece
around
of
or
power.
whatever.
Like, here you go, mama. Here you go. Take a picture of this inertia real quick.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, exactly. It's exactly, and I think that's what Mike was going for, but trying to be more subtle. But I like the way you went about it, dude. I like that idea. Like it does what Mike wanted to do originally, where the mom has it, but like it also makes it more accessible to readers who, like you said, want to see it, not read it. So I think that's perfect.
It's not even so much about not reading. It's about reading it in layman's terms. Like, okay, what is inertia?
Yeah. But like in a more accessible way, like more visual way, instead of trying to explain it to somebody.
Right.
I like that. Okay, cool. This ability, should we call this ability something else? No, inertia ability is good. And see, here's the other thing, and who knows? Maybe we're not going to go into it because we don't want to do the future. Our forgers will do that. But okay, I like that. But here's the thing. Here's the scary thing. What if, in the future, again, the forgers will get to do this. What if the baby, like it's an adult, whatever, and it's fighting? If you can reduce inertia, technically that means you can increase the stopping force of a punch. Because what's stopping a punch, right?
Inertia.
A physical, like, yes, exactly. Like Anton, you said it perfectly when you looked it up. It's the change from one substance or one physical thing to the other. So, if you can reduce inertia, you can just push through something and keep going.
Or have it swerve, like.
Or if you're like you're good at like if the character's trying to dodge, you could like pretty much increase your inertia or whatever. I think this is a good ability. It's very interesting, right? Because it's not your cliche like I can shoot fire or whatever, but it's like how can I affect resistance, which is really interesting. I think this is a good ability.
I think you know what character uses it to a certain degree. Invisible Woman.
Yeah, that makes because I mean that's what force fields do, right? It makes sense.
Yeah, she's great on like a humanistic level. I mean, Johnny Storm's a whole other person.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, do we have maybe not for the baby, but do we have a name for the mother at least? Do we want to give her a name? Or do you want to leave it?
Mildred.
Mildred. Very old sounding.
I'm just playing, man.
What she sound like she from a farm.
Yeah, seriously. She's an old grandma just sitting on the farm,
man.
Rocking in her chair. And we could just leave it open source. We could just leave it like, hey, this one's completely up to you guys, because this is more about the ability itself and the characters affected by it.
I say Diane.
Diane.
Hey, I mean she old too, but still.
Yeah. A little bit less old, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, I like Diane. And the baby, if our forgers adopt this character, they can name the baby. Also, I was gonna say for the first ability we did, we should come up with a new name for it because attack just doesn't sound that good.
We could say pulsation.
Yeah, I like
pulsation.
that. Pulsation.
Instead of cosmic radiation, we could say cosmic pulsation. Because pulsation.
Yeah. No.
Cosmic pulsation.
Were you gonna say something?
No, that's good. No, that's perfect. I was just gonna say that's perfect. Cosmic pulsation. I like that.
Yeah, because with pulsation, you can kind of give it a sense of mystery. Because with radiation, people assume that it can come from the hands, whereas like pulsation, it can pulsate from any part of your body.
Exactly.
Which is appropriating towards it being an organ, like it was mentioned earlier. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, the skin is an organ, right? But those are two great characters, guys. Now, before we finish the show, we are going to move to the last segment. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. We're going to move to the last segment of the podcast called Hero Versus, where we take two randomly generated abilities that me and Michael make. We battle it out and discuss why we think our power would win. And our guest here helps us decide who would win, and in his opinion, why.
Good arbitration.
Hell yeah. Are you ready, Mikey?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. On the count of
3,
1.
2.
No, it's fine.
Bad.
Ready? 3, 2.
Yes.
1.
2,
Hup.
1. Hup.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay, you want to go first, Mike, or should I?
You should go first. My page still loading.
I got soil empowerment.
That's actually sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, right? The power to gain strength from dirt or soil. Capabilities are:
Hey.
user can become stronger, faster, more durable, etc. when they come in contact with dirt and soil, possibly unlocking abilities related to the affinity and enhancing the existing powers. Some users may be able to draw sustenance from soil or even stop or slow aging. Whoa.
Can you repeat that definition one more time? I'm
You
sorry.
sound like a...
Sure, one thing. Users become stronger, faster, more durable, etc. when they come in contact with dirt or soil, possibly unlocking new abilities that are related to dirt or soil, or enhancing their old ones like jumping ability or running ability. Some users can also get sustenance, meaning they don't have to eat from soil, and they can even stop slowing or aging, which is pretty crazy. So basically, you become a tree man. For all intents and purposes, you get all your energy and stuff and strength from... God, stop tweeting me. I keep getting notifications from Twitter. I'm sorry, guys. But I think this is a really interesting ability on my part. I don't know. Anyways, that's my ability. Mikey? So the one Mike got is an ability called Impossible Physiology. The power to
What?
possess the traits of a being that is impossible or cannot exist. Oh, wow, this is unfair. The user...
So basically, shape-shifting.
Essentially, but only to things that don't exist. The user has a form that literally cannot happen and or exist, and is considered to be impossible both by normal and by eldritch standards. Their true forms cannot be grasped by mortals and eldritch immortal beings alike, and are not bound by the laws of the universe. Reality itself may try to prevent their forms from being revealed or shown. The user's forms aren't wrong or alien, they're just completely impossible, meaning that there's literally no physical, supernatural, or metaphysical way that they should exist, and yet they still do. Jesus Christ.
So basically, that sounds like the Yellow Lantern Corps.
Yeah, or if you want
There's
to,
no
or
way
if you
that
want to
shit
go
is.
even deeper, like fucking Cthulhu, right? And all the
Ooh,
stories about
Cthulhu's deep.
Cthulhu, theoretically, a being like that shouldn't exist, and yet it does. I feel like this power is extremely overpowered, and in a contest, there is no contest. What is that sound?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the train
Okay.
from outside.
Okay, that's all right. I didn't know. I was like, I thought like there was a siren or something. I didn't know what was going on. I think in a contest, Mike's power would win because, like, yeah, my power is like I could technically get infinite power from the soil, but if Mike is just like some god that shouldn't exist, he could just fucking like destroy the earth. Like, what does it matter?
He basically Odin.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think we should do a new one because that ended way too fast.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's not even nowhere near.
And my website is working now.
Competition.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh yeah,
All right, man.
oh yeah. Turn up then, Mike.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's go 2-0.
Let's
Here
get
we
it.
go. 3, 2, 1,
3,
and
2,
hup.
1, hup.
Why don't you go first, Mike?
Oh my god. Spoon mimicry.
What?
The power to transform physically into one or several spoons.
Boy, if I'm about to step on your spoon with my shoe.
Here, no, listen to the capabilities. User is able to transform their body completely into a giant spoon, which can be anthropomorphic, a large pile of moving spoons, etc.
That's fucking amazing.
That low key is. You can transform. You can. What's that word? What? Let me look that up.
Anthropomorphic.
Anthro.
Yep, anthro, morphic, M-O-R-P.
Basically, it would be a spoon that could talk and walk
Yes.
like a human could.
Yep.
Oh.
What the fuck?
All right. For all the fans that's out there, anthropomorphic means you could be something that's sentient or something that's non-sentient can talk.
Yeah.
So let's get that down.
So literally,
Jesus
Christ.
I'm a teapot from Beauty and the Beast, man. Come on.
Literally.
Okay,
Alright, I got you.
here's my
I got you.
ability.
Owned, man.
enhanced awareness. The user can increase sense of awareness far above those of the user's species, often to the extent of few, if any, little details missed or noticed. So basically, they can like fucking see everything and notice everything.
So you can see me turning into a spoon, are you, Dan? Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're a good fighter, right?
Exactly.
Spoon might mess around, beat your ass.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna scoop the crap out of you.
I don't know how to even compare these two. Anton, do you possibly have any idea?
Well, let's start off with the enhanced awareness.
Okay.
That's something I'm trying to work on.
Okay.
But so
Court vision, baby.
Right. So it's like it seems like it's kind of dabbling along the lines of precognition, which is what Spider-Man has.
Yeah, and some examples here: Spider-Man, Batman, even Jason Bourne from the Bourne series, and Sherlock Holmes. Those are some examples.
I feel like the problem with that power is that you have to be born a certain way. You can't, like Batman and Jason Bourne, they were
white,
taught to live like that.
Yeah.
Well, white.
That too.
And so, I guess with them being sort of a white power, I hate to say, not to put any labels on it, it'd be hard for like minority characters to like grasp on it and for it to have some type of relatable feel.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it, but I do love the enhanced thing because you do need to be aware at all times.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I guess it's inherently a white power, but theoretically, if someone were to make a hero out of it, you could break stereotypes, you know? Like, why not make a character who's a minority and has that ability? I think it has the chance to break. I know that right now it's predominantly white characters that have it.
Well, Miles Morales has it. It's just not as strong as Peter Parker's.
But I don't think it's because of race. I think it's just because, well...
That's just how they wrote it. I'm not trying to blame it on race at all. I just noticed it.
That's true. I don't know. And what do you think about spoon powers?
That's not even
Spoon
funny,
powers.
man.
It sound like an accessory to the Minions.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you get attacked by a million spoons, it's over. I'm gonna say a prayer.
I will say this. My character can be hyper aware, but that doesn't mean my character is really strong or able to dodge fast or anything. So, my character could be...
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I said it sounded like Multiple Man. That's what he sounded like.
Yeah. Like, my character could be aware that Mike's character is turning into a spoon, but Mike's character could just turn into a bunch of spoons and just shove itself, all those spoons down my character's throat, and they would die. Like... Yeah, my character would be aware, but there's too many factors of, like, are they strong? Are they good at dodging? I think if it was just two people who just gain this ability all of a sudden, I honestly think spoon powers would win.
Yeah, because definitely would win. What's awareness without action?
Exactly.
Spoon power. Let's go.
Who knows?
All right, Mike. You can't just double team Haaris right here. You got to do it one more time.
I slammed myself.
So Haaris can get a
How does that work? All right, let's do it one more time.
Oh man, I never would have guessed, man.
All right, 3, 2, 1, up. Okay, what I got this time was identity dominance. What this means is the user can control any living entity that knows the user's true name and identity and can manipulate their victims any way they see fit. The user could either be limited to controlling an opponent's mind or be able to control both their mind, body, and soul altogether. This ability makes for an excellent trick against powerful opponents. Basically, if you know someone's true name, quote unquote, you can control them. But it says here one of the limits is if a character isn't born with a name, or I guess the ability is called nameless existence, they're immune to it. But other than that, if I find out the true name of somebody, I can control them. But what does that mean? What's the definition of true name?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean
True mate.
like related to like nature? Like my name is Haaris. That's what I was born with, but maybe my true name is like Eartho or some shit. I don't know.
Or Kalau.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's something like that. Like if I can find out your true name, I can control you.
Or your true name is in Wu-Tang Clan generator, man. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. What's your ability, Mikey?
My ability is clay transmutation, the power to transform matter into clay. Capabilities: the user can transform matter and objects, including living beings, into clay.
Gross.
But the limitations are some targets may be immune. It doesn't go into specifics, but the effects may be temporary or irreversible. This may require eye contact or touch or some other type of action.
Yeah.
And it may require contact with the object/person to prevent it from returning to its normal form.
So the clay version of Medusa.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the clay version of Medusa.
See, here's the thing: is that while my power is interesting, I don't know. I feel like, how would I find out your true name in a fight?
Cassius Clay. Shit, that's his name.
Yeah, maybe it is something like, maybe it is just something simple. Like I have to know what your regular ass name is.
My true name.
Right.
Like maybe like we're fighting and I grab your wallet and I look at your license and I'm like, ha, oh blah, and then I can control you. Maybe it's something as simple as that.
Oh crud, man. Well, the thing is, if you trying to like get my wallet and I'm not touching you, like you're within vicinity to touch me unless I was born without arms.
That's true. That's true. Anton, what do you think? You're the tiebreaker. Seems like we're pretty tied on this one.
Yeah, it seems pretty neutral in the matter. Identity dominance. I guess this is my mind spiraling out of control, but I feel like if you're a person like Apocalypse, who's pretty much immortal by soul and not by being,
yeah,
I feel like Mike's power could essentially be neutralized because he's essentially the first person to have powers.
Yeah.
And if you're the first person to do it, it's nothing like the originator. But with the caveat with Mike's power is that if the person is non-sentient or non-earthly, I feel like that power doesn't have much of an effect because you don't know where that power can go in different dimensions, different universes, or galaxies. You know,
that's true.
Because it's not like he's omnipresent and he's always turning stuff into prey.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I mean, Clay.
Into prey.
Into prey. I'm gonna turn you into prey. That's all. That's all fair. But the question of this segment is, who would win in a fight?
Yeah.
It's hard, yeah.
So we got identity dominance.
Yes.
And Clay.
Yep.
Isn't it a character called Clayface?
Yeah, but he can't turn people into clay. He just is clay. Like, he can shift his own form.
I mean, there's one character that turns people into clay. Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z is the person they're suggesting.
That's not clay, that's candy.
That's what I was thinking.
No, he actually turns them into clay with his
I thought it
little
was
buzzer
candy.
thingy.
He ate one person.
Yeah, he eats people. He can turn people into candy, and he can turn people into clay.
Oh, okay, I see.
Speaking of candy,
what do you got? What are you rocking on today's podcast?
Man, I'm rocking them Smarties, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they save lives.
But
did you know in Canada it's the opposite? Over here, Smarties are a different thing. And what you're holding is called rockets.
That sounds about dangerous.
Right?
That sounds like some coke.
Yeah, right? It's crazy. Like I didn't know that was like an opposite like switching thing in Canada. But there you go.
I'm flipping rockets out here, baby.
Yeah, the more you know.
Okay. So I got one question for the identity dominance. Okay. So with the identity dominance, say let's bring Mystique into the situation, right? She's a shapeshifter.
Sure.
So does the identity dominance have the ability to take over the person's abilities?
You take over. Let me look at it real quick.
Because that's the breaker. If it takes over, it might win.
Yeah. The controlling, you can control an opponent's mind, which basically means their mind and body.
Yep, it's over there. Because if I got Mr. Clayface over here wrapped up in mine, it's over. What's that? Telepathy? Over.
See, but that's the thing, is that I have to know Mike's character's true name. So how would I do that except to get close and grab the wallet and look at the license? In that meantime, Mike's character could kill me. So it's like...
Oh, this is a fight.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a fight.
So in a fight... Well, why would you fight somebody if you don't know who you're fighting against? I feel like you already know that.
Well, the thing is, if it's arena style...
Yeah, the way we discuss it is if it's like an arena style, like in a Coliseum, or like Batman vs. Superman, where it's like in a city, but that's the arena kind of thing. Like, it's in a fight that's just happening, and that's it. You're thrown into it, you have no choice.
Okay, let me... All right, let me throw out the C variable then and just bring in the A and B. Okay, straight up.
Pythagorean theorem, that shit.
That's what I'm... Right, okay. Good 10th grade geometry. But
don't take me back.
So okay, so here's I have a confliction. I want the identity dominance to win, right? Because I feel like you could turn into Clay, man, and you could turn into him. So that as a result, you can nullify his powers. Right? Yeah. But if you don't know, if the identity is not known, Mike gotta win. And I'm tired of Mike winning on this show, man. He won 3 times. Man.
I mean, I will.
Let's put this factor into it.
The thing is, Mike's happy about it though, because usually I'm always winning.
No, because usually I want to like put this factor into it. Say it's Coliseum style.
Okay.
Say there's like an announcer, or say like, you know, Caesar is up there and he's, you know, saying who the next contestants will be. Like, Thracian Spartacus from Thrace, whatever place he's from, and then you have your champion Crixus over here. They're gonna do battle, you know. Right then and there, the two people that are about to fight each other don't know each other's name or who they're from or where they're from, I should say. Yeah. So literally, your character has an advantage if there's some type of, you know, formality to the fight. But if there isn't.
But the thing is, like, in those kind of settings, like, look at, like, any like, you know those fake wrestling matches, or, like, even if you go back and, like, watch,
wrestling
like...
ain't fake.
Alright, Mike, whatever. If you go back and, like, watch, like, any, like, thing like that, they don't say the real names, unless that's their character's name, right? They'll be like, "We have the Undertaker!" I feel like, in this scenario, they would give them some kind of name. Especially if they knew the people's abilities. Like, the announcer would be like, okay, we want this to be an interesting match.
Yeah, for the sake of being interesting, I think they have to.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it seems like, despite as much as we tried to fight it, it seems like Mike would win.
Yeah.
With Clay transmutation.
Like, I think Haaris' power definitely has to have the formality or a condition.
Yeah.
Or not condition, but a control.
Yeah, and if it's not there, then unfortunately, nothing. That's alright.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good 3 sessions. I think that was good. So, as usual, guys, you can follow us on Twitter at HeroForgePod. You can also email us at HeroForgePodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, critiques, anything, or if you just want to say hi, send us a tweet, comment, or like in the YouTube, or send us an email, you know, whatever you want. As usual, you can follow my personal Twitter at Hysterio0, which is HYSTERIO0, and you can follow Mike at Mike Lost at Love. Now, Anton, why don't you go ahead and plug your stuff one more time so the viewers can get that, and I'll put it in the description for them.
All right, man. You want to follow me on Twitter, man. Antgenius _ capital A, capital G. On Instagram, man, follow me at ant_genius. And on SoundCloud, follow me on Antgenius. New song, Motion, out. It was a good Valentine's Day song, man. Check out the Hustle and High Life. And also check out New Year's Resurrection, man. Check out those 2 projects for me. Give me some critique. I'm not a bougie rapper or entertainer. I will talk to you. I am open to opinions as always. This is why I wanted to come on this show, just to have an opinion. Just to learn something new that I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know about Dragon Ball Z like that, but I learned. But I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity here.
No worries.
That's pretty much it for the plugs.
Yeah, man. Like, that's awesome. And, like, we would love to have you on again. Like, it's definitely good vibes here. And, like, you know, thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate you bringing your extensive knowledge in comics that, like, I don't really have.
Yeah, man. I ain't think he was that deep.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man.
You ain't think?
Nah,
you ain't
I ain't
think?
thinking. I know you for so long,
him,
man.
Dude. Jesus.
I know I just insulted him. I didn't know you for so long. You left me hanging in school, man. You was like, man, I'm just gonna let Mike catch the heat on that one, man. Dang. Ooh.
Well, you know, it took me a minute to realize that, you know, comics is where my heart is at, and, you know, I like to watch a lot of cartoons. You know what I'm saying? A lot of superhero cartoons at that, and so I just figured, grown now, we about to make moves, and why not just focus on what I like?
Yeah,
because I ain't about to just be working all day.
Yeah, makes sense.
But no, I didn't know that you were interested. I knew you could draw, but I didn't know you was interested. I thought usually people who like anime kind of stay stray away from superheroes.
Yeah,
and I feel like you were an anime person, so I feel like we couldn't connect.
Oh, Anton. Oh, my heart.
Well, what matters is that you guys are connected now. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Man, we've been connected since 10th grade. 10th grade love right here.
Ooh, man. Don't take me back.
I'm talking.
Back to geometry.
I'm talking Northwest Activities. I'm taking it back to 6 Mile in Myers on Northwest Activity Center.
Don't tell them where we live.
Yeah, oh, actually, maybe don't do that.
Oh, man.
Well, a guy...
I didn't tell him where we live.
Yeah, I mean, I'm close to there, man.
Don't say that, Mike.
Well, oops. Dang, oops.
Well,
cut this out. Cut
our
the
dear
fade.
Forgers, thank you for joining us once again and for welcoming our new guests on the show. You can find all of Anton's stuff in the links below. I'll put them in the description as well. And thank you guys once again for listening, and we'll see you next Monday. All right, guys, this is us, the Forgers, your loving host, telling you to stay out of the heat and stay wet, stay soaking wet. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of
Hero Forge.
There it is. All right.
Man, thank you.
Yep, you can.